Hello everybody, today is the anniversary of the death in 1889 of Gerard Manley Hopkins. He was a Jesuit priest, poet, and his writing expresses a wonderful appreciation of the natural world. He changed poetry in many ways. His use of rhythm was very different from the usual, what was called running rhythm. He invented what he called sprung rhythm, and his use of words with onomatopoeia and alliteration to create not just a sense of what the words meant, but what they made you feel and what they sounded like. He also invented words. He called the very essence of anything its inscape. The inscape was that which made something its very self, which was unique to it. It was its soul, its spirit. And in stress was a word he used to describe what held every individual thing together, and also the ability that enabled an observer to experience that. And it seemed to me, as we go on in this week thinking about the gift of the Spirit, that God's Spirit isn't just something dramatically experienced like on the day of Pentecost, but something which is part of everything that exists. That inscape is a word which could easily describe the way God's Spirit is just part of everything, gives everything its meaning, gives everything its uniqueness, its integrity. And the Spirit is also very like in stress. It's what holds the whole creation together and enables you and me to look at it and enjoy it and indulge in it. And so as we continue to celebrate God's Spirit this week, I thought Gerard Manley Hopkins was a very suitable person to be thinking about. He was a Jesuit priest, as I mentioned, but he didn't find his faith easy. He once said that his prayers were like sending a dead letter to the dearest him who lives, alas, away. But there were other times when he knew that within the whole created world around him, God was there, God's Spirit existed in everything, and he could look at it. And as he took in the uniqueness of each individual he saw, each individual thing that he saw, he experienced God's presence. So that's what I want us to celebrate today. If you've got another couple of minutes, I want to read you the poem of his that is my favourite. But for now, for those who don't want to listen on, just let's enjoy the natural world and allow God's Spirit both to come to us through it, but also to be that which enables us really to see it. The poem I want to read to you is called God's Grandeur. The world is charged with the grandeur of God. It will flame out like shining from shook foil. It gathers to a greatness like the ooze of oil crushed. Why do men then now not wreck his rod? Generations have trod, have trod, have trod, and all is seared with trade, bleared, smeared with toil, and wears man's smudge and shares man's smell. The soil is bare now, nor can foot feel being shod. And for all this, nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. And though the last lights off the black west went, oh morning, at the brown brink eastward springs, because the Holy Ghost over the bent world broods with warm breast and with bright wings.